The best food and drinks in downtown Manchester.
This hour on WMNH is proudly sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 171 Londonderry Turnpike in Hooksett. Serving all your employee benefits planning, design and administration, investment and wealth management, and customized business insurance solutions. They are available at 866-841-4600 or on the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com.
You are listening to WMNHLP, Manchester's radio, broadcasting at 95.3 megahertz frequency modulation from the top of 1000 Elm Street. Our studios are located at 1045 Elm Street and licensed to Manchester Public Television Service in Manchester, New Hampshire, USA. Contact us by email at WMNH953@gmail.com or through our website at WMNHradio.org.
I really believe I'd run in there even if I didn't have a weapon. And I think most of the people in this room would have done that too. Nobody knows the system better than me. Nobody knows politicians better than I do. Nobody knows. Nobody's better.
Nobody's stronger. There's nobody bigger or better at the military than I am.
I love the First Amendment. Nobody loves it better than me. Nobody loves the Bible more than I do. There is nobody that respects women more than I do. Nobody builds walls better than me. Nobody in the history of this country has ever known so much about infrastructure as Donald Trump. Nobody knows that better than me. Nobody even understands it but me. Nobody can do it like me. Which is why I alone can fix it. I have Ivy League education, smart guy. I know words. I have the best words. I mean, like, I'm a smart person. It's this. It's not my salesmanship.
It's what?
This. You know what that is? It's the brain power.
I'm getting thousands of letters and tweets that I was right about the whole situation. I mean, I've been right about a lot of things, frankly. I should be a newscaster because I called it before the news.
I watch this stuff. You know, I'm like a guy with vision. I have an instinct for this kind of thing. I'm good at war. I've had a lot of wars of my own. I'm really good at war. In my book, I predicted terrorism. It's a rigged system. I think I've done a great service by pointing this out. I was the one that really broke the glass ceiling on behalf of women. I think I'm doing the military a great favor. Did a great job in Texas, a great job in Florida. I truly believe that the first 100 days of my administration has been just about the most successful in our country's history. It looked like 1.5 million people.
Thank you, everybody. What a crowd, what a turnout.
I understand steaks. It's my favorite food, and these are the best. Was this a good vote? The best. Okay, the best vote of his life. How am I doing? Okay, I'm president. Hey, I'm president. Can you believe it, right? I stand up here giving speeches for an hour and a half, many times without notes. And enormous, really enormous, gutless, Donald Trump, he's lost it up here.
Auto sequence starts.
Welcome, it's that time again. Matt Connarton, Unleashed in the Afternoon. We are live on WMNH 95.3 FM, emanating from glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Streaming at WMNHradio.org. Of course, we're also on Channel 97 Comcast if you're in the Manchester area. And on Facebook via Facebook Live on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. I already see Christian Connarton there, and some guy named Peter White is in the Facebook Live chat.
All right.
Oh, my goodness, and he's here.
Hey.
How are you, sir?
It's going down.
Your dulcet tones. The dulcet tones of the morning show.
That's right.
And the other dulcet tones are here as well of Jeff Skumpi Lorenz.
Hey, man, how are you?
How are you, sir?
When did you get here, Skumpi?
Kind of a surprise to see Peter here. I was on my way to practice. I said, I got about an hour to kill, and if there's a parking spot, I figured I'd just stop in. And it was.
Now, just not to get bogged down in the semantics, but when you say an hour to kill, do you mean you have an hour to spare, or do you mean
hour to spare?
Okay, I didn't, because I was concerned that you were actually going to be doing some killing.
No, I want.
And that concerns me because I'm over here in the corner. If you start whipping out a weapon, I got nowhere to go.
No, I love your company, and every I don't know what. Probably only the second time I've stopped in here.
That's
on
true.
The way to practice.
That is only the second.
I call in once in a while because
Yes,
and I love your show. And
thank you.
I don't think we want you to whip out anything here.
Right.
Ooh,
yes.
maybe.
Like Opie and Anthony did the Whip 'em Out Wednesdays, but I think the policy of the station here, if I'm not mistaken, and Peter, you would know this, it's in the handbook, right? There's no whipping out of things.
No.
We just don't. It's like Bill O'Reilly had the no spin zone. It's like a no whip out zone.
No whip it out.
Right. We're not whipping anything out today.
I
got some whippets with us though. Whippets.
Sure. I don't think we can even do that on the air legally.
Can't
I don't
even
know.
drink coffee in here anymore. For crying out loud.
I know. It's incredible. It's no longer the den of iniquity that it once was, and I'm not even sure I'm using that phrase correctly.
I don't even know what it means.
Yeah, I'm not even sure I do.
I don't either.
Yeah. Well, if anyone knows, you can give us a call. 603-250-6007. 603-250-6007. I see Alderman Bill Barry is in the Facebook live chat. He says, good afternoon, Matt.
The gang's all here.
Good afternoon, Alderman.
We all love Bill. I wrote him in as sheriff.
Oh, you did?
They had that right in. Someone put it on social media, and I wrote him in.
Yeah.
Sheriff, yeah.
Well, I think he's
had
a
I don't know, what, 8,000 or something crazy amount.
Did he really?
Votes. Oh, yeah.
So is it safe to say, should we refer to him as the sheriff-elect?
I don't know, but
it's always tough compared to let's take it back a couple elections for it's all of Hillsborough County. So
yes,
I mean Alderman Barry would technically do very well here in Manchester, but then you got Nashua and you have all this. I mean it's a lot of work. He's ran for it before and come very, very close.
Isn't he the Auburn?
Well, he's a police officer in Auburn.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Well, the reason
watch out in Auburn.
Yes. Well, the reason I mentioned should we refer to him as such is I think that one of the important things to do in media, especially in political talk radio, is to speculate wildly and recklessly.
Yes.
And as irresponsibly as possible. I think that's kind of a hallmark of the medium, if you will.
Oh, I agree.
Yes. Thank you, Peter. That's why you're the best morning man in the business.
Yeah, I'm not even too tired this afternoon. I've been here all day.
I can't believe you're still here.
Right. Well, we got something going on after Matt's show tonight.
Yes.
Oh, very good. What do you got going on? Can you maybe share it with us?
Well, it is. There's a new show starting up tonight.
Uh-oh.
Right. Sports show.
Ooh.
Right. And it's coming up right after this. So I'm here for a while.
I guess it's all about sports, or as Mitt Romney used to say, sport.
Yes.
It's all about sport.
Sport.
For 2 hours, 120 minutes of sports.
Yep, you can sport a good one.
Right.
Yep.
I know nothing about sports. I am woefully ignorant about such.
I'm very good at sports.
Are you?
Well, he likes to think he is.
Yeah, I know sports pretty well.
Oh, well.
Really, do you?
Yes.
Do you think you know it more than your brother does, though?
Well,
your brother's better with the stats.
Yeah, he knows the stuff. He really does. He's a trivia. He's like a maniac,
The amazing Len Lorenz.
You don't even realize the stuff he knows. It's like crazy. It's like, oh my God, really, Len? You know that?
I learn something every day from Len.
I guarantee he does.
He loves Monte Cristos.
Monte Cristos now.
Yes.
We know what the Monte Cristo is now. It's
I don't know what that is. What is that?
A good Monte Cristo sandwich. It's turkey, ham, Swiss cheese.
I thought maybe it was a drink.
And it's made. It's grilled on French toast.
Yeah.
And you serve it with syrup, and it's a good sandwich.
It does sound good, although I don't know about the syrup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
what kind of syrup? Like maple syrup?
Yeah, because it's French toast with ham, turkey, and cheese in it.
Yeah,
and it's all fried up and
syrup with the ham and the turkey, and that's weird. I take it back. That doesn't
you
sound
might
good to me
like
at all.
it. You might like it.
I don't know. I have a very delicate palate.
You don't like really maple syrup. So if you're having breakfast and you get like, I assume you like bacon.
I do.
And do you like sausage?
Yes, I do.
No, do you like it when the syrup gets on the sausage?
Oh, God, wait, I put syrup on my sausage.
I would rather it didn't, but I'm okay if it does.
Okay,
I mean, it does happen. It kind of seeps around, yeah.
Right.
We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton, Unleashed in the Afternoon. Who's this?
Hello, guys.
Oh, well, hello, Eric.
That's funny.
Hey, I got a question. Will that 6 o'clock show be, is that going to be a live show or a tape?
It's going to be live.
Right. I think it's going to be live, Eric.
They're going to be talking about sports live.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, cool.
And Peter, you're doing the sports live?
Looking forward to that.
No, I'm just helping.
Hey, I got a question for you, folks. You ever heard of that guy? He passed away, I think, in August. He was an overnight guy, Art Bell. You ever heard of him?
Art Bell.
I know who Art Bell is because Art Bell used to host AM Coast to Coast. You guys ever listen to AM Coast to Coast?
Yeah, he passed away, I guess, last month.
Yeah, Art Bell was a legend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, AM Coast to Coast. It's on AM radio from midnight to 6 a.m.
Sounds like he called it a day.
Yes. Well, I think
called it a life.
Yeah, they still broadcast his show on GIR because he was on the air for so long. I guess they won't run out of
repeats
radio time to show his radio show.
Yeah, he was on
somewhere in time, and I'll just say April 6, 1989.
Somewhere in time. Is that the
right?
That should be, you know what, Eric, if I can make a suggestion for your next entertainment report, that should be your Iron Maiden album of the week or something.
Ooh, Iron Maiden.
Yeah, Somewhere in Time.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
I guess the guy just passed away in August. I guess he's been on the radio for a long time.
I don't know if you take input for your entertainment reports. Peter tries to give you input, I've noticed, but it doesn't seem terribly well received.
Yeah, Eric doesn't like me.
I can hear the tension.
He doesn't like me. He'll walk right by me and act like he doesn't know me.
You ever make him do the
come on now. I did that once, Peter.
Everybody does that, Peter. Come on.
Right.
You ever try to make him do the traffic?
No.
You don't want him storming out.
No, I don't. I don't. Things get...
Well, anyways, look forward to listening to your new show at 6 o'clock, and have a good rest of your show.
Right.
Well, thank you, Eric.
It's not my new show.
Easy G.
I think you're holding out on us. I think you're really the new host of the sports show, and you're just
no,
because everybody seems to be dropping all these hints, and you're being all coy.
Oh no, I'm just making sure everything runs smooth on the equipment and everything.
If you say so, I think we're going to get a big surprise at 6 p.m. and it's going to turn out to be the debut of the sports show.
Well, you know what it
with
is.
Peter White.
He's had a sports show here before. It's just starting up again, but it's going to be a 2-hour live show on Wednesday nights.
Yes.
I don't know. It's just in time, and a co-host, and I don't know the guy's name.
Yes.
I apologize.
I believe I've seen the co-host, and I believe he is a young and rather tall fellow.
Oh, okay.
Not as tall as you, Peter. What are you, like 6'10"? You're a very tall man.
I'm 6'4".
Really? No,
oh, yeah.
You seem taller.
Right, 6'4".
Skumpi, you're tall as well. How tall are you?
6'2".
6'2"?
He's only 6'2", Matt.
Oh, well, yeah. So you're actually taller than he. See, I used to be 5'11", and the last time I was measured at a doctor, I was only 5'10", so I lost an inch.
Gravity kills you.
I must tell you, I was devastated. You know, we start shrinking around age 30. Most people don't realize that. It's around age 30 that our bones begin to
I've actually,
shrink.
last time I went to the doctor, I was only down 1/4 of an inch. I'm actually 6'1 3/4 now.
Oh, so you're doing well then.
So not bad for 55.
Yeah, yeah.
55.
55.
55.
Wow.
And there's another thought. You're talking about that Monte Cristo. I want to make a sandwich called the Anticristo. Now, what would we put on that?
Well, I don't know. It's your sandwich.
I know. Let's think of something that would make an Anticristo.
Oh, you want us to build a sandwich with you?
Hey, together we could make an Anticristo. It'd be great.
It would have to be something evil. What's the most evil lunch meat?
The evil foods, yeah.
Yeah, we need an evil...
Put it on a sandwich.
Are there any evil lunch meats out there?
I personally am horrified, and most people like it, corned beef. So
I
would vote for corned beef. I think it's gross. To me, corned beef is evil. I've often said if the devil eats anything, it's corned beef. It's the texture of it. It's all stringy. It's like meat that's already been chewed.
You haven't had good corned beef, that's why.
So tasty.
It's got to be cut right. It's got to be cooked right. And it's got to be cut right. And it's got to be cooked a long time. And it's got to be against the grain. And it just falls apart.
I think it's gross no matter what you do with it. So I vote for corned beef for the Anticristo.
I don't know. I think Anticristo might be like something to do with liver or something like that.
Ooh, I don't know.
Who wants liver on a sandwich?
Henry Columbear in the Facebook Live chat suggests olive loaf. I also would vote for olive loaf. I do believe olive loaf is evil.
I agree. I agree. Olives in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like olives either?
No.
Yeah.
Pimentos.
I do.
Yeah.
I like calamatas.
What the hell's that?
It's a Greek olive. I mean, I'm married to a Greek girl, so.
Right.
I mean, the Greek salad, she got me in all that stuff. Pita.
Really? Well, that's all right. Greek salads are delicious, minus the olives.
She makes a lamb loaf that's unbelievable to die for.
Oh, I don't like lamb.
A lamb loaf?
The lamb mixed with like ground beef, and then you have all the potatoes and the red sauce, and then it's just, it's not too strong. It's just beautiful.
It sounds like you have your anti-Christo sandwich right
there.
Yeah,
she rolls it and puts feta and spinach in the middle of it.
Now it's a Greek dish.
Because don't
lambs
go to hell, don't they? Isn't that the
I'm
thing?
not
Or maybe
sure.
it's sheep.
Maybe that's the Antichrist.
If you're lucky enough to
maybe
grow,
lamb heads and
Yeah, maybe.
If you're lucky enough to grow up to become a sheep.
Right.
Because that's what a lamb becomes, correct?
Oh, that's true, yeah. It's funny in my mind, for whatever reason, I was thinking it was two different animals, and I don't know why I was thinking that. Henry Collenbear says, thank you for actually pronouncing my last name right, LOL. Oh. I said it right, Collenbear. That's wonderful. Well, I just thought of Columbine.
Okay, yeah.
You know, because we were talking about shooting earlier, if Skumpi had a weapon, and see, it all fits together.
It's all coming together now.
Yes.
Right here on Matt Connarton, Unleashed in the Afternoon.
I'm glad he's not wearing a black trench coat.
Not like Unleashed in the East. The great live Judas Priest album. Unleashed in the East.
Oh, yes.
That's your favorite band, huh?
Well, that Unleashed in the East album was one of the best. Yeah, it is.
Is that your favorite band?
Yeah.
Yep.
See, Skumpi last week had a game on the morning show, and I gave him a nice Judas Priest intro.
Oh, yeah?
And everything was going good until Eric Gagnon had to step in.
He did, too.
And said, what about my entertainment report?
That's what I mean. I feel like there's all this tension on the morning show.
Right. It's going great, Matt.
For so long, it was completely uneventful. But I feel with you and Eric, it's like you're butting heads.
Oh no, he's good. He's a big part of the the
Yes,
entertainment guy. He comes in and plays match game. He's a very good sport. I love having him on the show.
The Easy G.
Easy G.
I love the Easy G when you gave him that name. That's great. The Easy G.
That is a good name.
About me.
But that is he's very passionate about the entertainment report.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Last week it was dedicated to Burt Reynolds.
Well, that was timely.
And
what
Brooklyn
with his
Mike.
passing.
And Brooklyn Mike.
Oh, I heard that, and I got nervous. I was like, oh, my God. Because legit, for a second when he said that, after saying Burt Reynolds, I was like, did something happen to Brooklyn Mike? Like, I was actually nervous for a second. I was confused because Burt Reynolds obviously just died. So I thought he was saying Brooklyn Mike had died.
No, Brooklyn Mike is alive and well. And did you know that he can sing?
Yeah, well, I knew he was a musician.
Oh, no, he can sing, though. I mean,
he's a really good singer?
I really want to bring him down to the gym. I really do.
Really?
Yeah.
The sweet sounds of Brooklyn Mike.
Wow, very good. Very good.
The sweet sounds. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. Huh.
It is what it is. I love Brooklyn Mike.
Yeah, Brooklyn's good.
I've known him for years because he used to call into... Well, did he call into Mansterdam when you guys did Mansterdam?
You know, I'm not sure.
Because he used to call into Norm's show when I was Norm's co-host on Norm and Friends or Norm's Psychic World or whatever it was. I don't know if you know this, Skumpi, but I was Norm's co-host for 7 years.
Wow.
7
years.
7 years.
Long years.
I don't know what I did Mansterdam every once in a while for like, I don't know, maybe once
40
a month.
years.
Maybe about
40
I don't know,
years.
2 years. 2 years.
Yeah,
that's why I met him through Don Tibbetts.
Yeah.
He says, and they said they got a guy, Skumpi, and Peter says, oh, Skumpi, I got to see what he looks like. What's a Skumpi?
And then I found out, and here we are today.
Yes. Yes.
God. Oh, yeah, here we are.
Yeah, because you do the morning show at least once a week, right?
Yeah,
I believe
I'll be here
it'll
tomorrow.
Yeah, be here tomorrow.
I have a game tomorrow, too.
Oh, a game for tomorrow. All right.
Yeah, another game.
What are you going to play?
Well, you're going to have to tune in to find out.
You ever do like Yahtzee or something or Jenga?
Well, see, those are two noisy games.
Oh.
Yahtzee is the noisiest game because you have to rattle those dice inside that little barrel.
That's true.
And it's so... I remember my parents playing Yahtzee with their friends when I was younger, and I'm trying in my room trying to watch TV.
Yeah.
It's like, quiet down out there.
Yeah.
And when they use the cup, it's even worse.
Oh,
it's like, why use the cup?
It's the worst.
You don't need the cup.
Then you got some loudmouth screaming Yahtzee every 10, 15 minutes. And then if you want to get crazy, Matt, you can play triple Yahtzee.
Ooh, that sounds crazy. What's triple Yahtzee?
I'm not sure, but there was a game called
Triple Yahtzee. Basically, you can actually post 3 Yahtzees in one game.
Oh,
that sounds crazy. That's
See,
like,
the original, you can only have one of each thing, each category, and only one Yahtzee you could post. But in triple Yahtzee, if someone gets lucky, they can post 3 of them. And if you get 2 of them, you whoop everyone's ass anyway. That's crazy.
It's the game that never goes away.
Yeah.
Never goes out of style.
Triple Yahtzee, that's out of control. That's too intense for me. That would be like Scrabble with proper nouns. I mean, that's just crazy.
Oh, yeah. Scrabble, and is Skumpi a word? Come on.
Is Skumpi a word? Well,
I don't think it's a word.
So that wouldn't win?
No, you can't use names in Scrabble.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Unless you're...
no proper names.
Didn't know that.
Hello to Heidi Hamer, who says, good morning. Oh, I mean, good afternoon. I thought it was morning with your guests, Matt. I see what you get.
Right.
You got that.
It's the afternoon, Heidi. She may have just got up from a nap.
That's true.
And be confused.
Yes.
Hey, congratulations to Heidi, too.
Yes.
She won her election. That's beautiful.
She won her primary.
Yep.
I believe she's going to be a state rep.
Good for
Right.
her.
Yes.
Off to the big game.
That's right. Where she can really affect change.
Right.
Or something.
In Concord.
In Concord, yes.
She has to get through this election coming up in November.
Right. Well, who's she'll win, right? I mean,
I would assume, right?
I mean, she's she gets mentioned on this show and on the morning show.
This is her first time running.
She's got the WMNH bump.
Yeah, she's a good girl too. I met her only one time too, and it was last year at the Taste of Downtown.
And you've fallen in love with Heidi Hamer.
I love Heidi Hamer. Yes.
Wow. Oh, does
no? I root for her. I like her. Yeah.
You like her?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello to Fred Bonig from the dailyripple.org, who joins us in the Facebook live chat.
I like that name, Fred.
Fred's a good name.
Not bad. I wonder if do you figure his whole name is Frederick?
It's a great name for a cat, Fred.
That's a good question.
Right? Because it's
Or
not
a
Fred.
dog.
It's not Frederick. It's Frederick.
Frederick, yes.
Right? Frederick.
Oh, Heidi says, "Oh, I feel so special."
Yeah, there you,
you are
go,
special,
Heidi.
You are special.
See?
I'm special, special.
Skumpi really feels the love for Heidi Hamer.
Yeah, I'm noticing that, and
It's kind of weird, right? I believe he's married. Been married for 21 years.
Well, and I believe she
Right
is
on the money.
too. Well, maybe they're swingers. Are you swingers?
No.
That's what.
We'll get together and watch. We're slingers, like
Yes.
that commercial. Yeah, we watch TV together. Yeah,
Right.
no,
Slingers.
not really, but
is that what they call it now?
Right.
Watching TV together.
I don't know. There's some commercial with Sling TV, and it's like, oh, we're slingers.
Right. That's all it is.
It is
of
a great
course.
commercial, by the way.
It is. I think it's
Right.
great. Yeah.
38 years for me. That's how long Heidi's been. Well, hey, you know what,
Wow.
Skumpi? She might be getting the 38-year itch.
Well,
Right.
she's 38 years. Oh man.
That's a long time with one man.
She married her high school sweetheart, I believe. Not even high school, even going way back into the...
Like grade school sweetheart or something? Or
They've known each other for years.
wow, that's crazy.
Right, as far as I know.
Yeah. Well, it's too bad John Hopwood's not here because he's an expert on everybody.
Right. Well, he knows
John-
them well, though. They all were in the same... They all went to school together. They were all in the same homeroom.
Yes.
John Hopwood, what isn't he an expert at?
That's true. He's a very, very smart man. He's very, very knowledgeable. And he knows a myriad of things about a myriad of things.
I saw there was I believe there was a photograph flying around town that went viral yesterday of Glenn R.J. Willett.
Oh.
In a half shirt?
Oh, no, that was me.
Oh, that's right.
That was me.
Oh, yeah.
That was me in the half shirt.
In the half
by
shirt,
the way.
yeah.
And
Now, you're talking about, there's been two photos that I've seen recently. There's one in his judicial robes. Is that the one you're talking about, or are you talking about the other one?
Don't get me going on the robes.
Right. Oh, right. We shouldn't bring that up because we don't want to ruin Glenn's chances of being mayor of Africa.
Right. Is that happening?
He's being very coy about it.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure he's running.
He's upstairs, too.
Yeah, for San Guam, California, or something like that.
For what?
San Guam, California, or some kind of weird city like
San
that.
Guam, California?
Pennsyltucky, New York, or something.
Oh, Pennsyltucky.
Yeah. I don't know. Glenn R.J. Willett, he's running for mayor or something.
Right.
Heidi says, knew Gary Hamer way back in kindergarten. And yes, John Hopwood was in kindergarten with us.
Really?
Oh, can you imagine John as
Can you
a
imagine
little kid?
That kindergarten class right there?
That'd be...
I mean, come on.
It'd be out of control. They'd be playing triple Yahtzee in that class. That's how
Right.
nutty things
Oh,
would
they'd be putting square pegs in round holes and stuff.
Do you guys remember in kindergarten the letter people?
I don't. I don't
Letter
remember
people?
much of kindergarten.
Really?
Barely remember kindergarten.
Do you remember kindergarten?
Barely, but I do. But yeah, I don't remember much.
letter people for you? Mr. M with the munching mouth and Mr. F with the floppy feet.
Mr. M with the munching mouth. That sounds like a
but we had
film
these,
I watched
no,
once.
but we had these like
I can't describe on the air.
They were blown up characters where Mr. M would be like a guy with a mustache, but it was shaped like an M. It was a character.
Okay.
And there was actually I believe there was a television kids show about the letter people.
Really?
Right.
The letter people.
Do you remember this?
What letter were you, Matt?
Well, no one was a letter.
I don't
there was
know.
a new letter introduced.
I know what you're saying. They put
I'm not
letters in their faces or feet or bodies or something. I don't know.
I'm not a letter man. I'm a man.
No, don't. No, now you get me going. Now, do you remember Letterman from Electric Company?
No.
Letterman, where he would take some A off his sweatshirt and change the I to A to make it.
What's his name?
I'm not sure who it was. It was a cartoon, I think.
No, who was the guy? I can't think of the actor. Big actor.
Your big actor, Robert De Niro.
No, he was the Electric Company.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh,
yeah,
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy Reader.
Yeah.
That's his name.
Boy, did he go a long way from there, huh?
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Children's Television Workshop, have you realized the news about Bert and Ernie?
No.
Right.
I heard something about that today.
I mean, I know there's
saying they're gay now and stuff.
Well, it's been tossed around.
Why?
That's been an ongoing theory.
But a writer has officially come out and said that they are gay.
Wow.
It's a kid's show. Come on, really?
That's what I'm saying.
You don't have to be. Why even bring it up?
They don't have to be anything.
No, they're just roommates, and they have
See, for
fun.
us, did you
like the Odd Couple? You know, the Odd Couple, they were roommates too.
But
they don't have to be gay.
You're watching Sesame Street, and Bert and Ernie, from what I understand, basically was, in the days when we watched it, was Frank Oz and Jim Henson. Those were the two guys manning the puppets, or Muppets, if you will. And and that relationship was just kind of really based on their relationship there. You know, Ernie was kind of the guy that was kind of, wondering about things and more childlike.
Wondering about
the goofball, more the goofball.
And wondering about his sexuality, yes. I can see that.
And then Bert,
right.
But then Bert, was the kind of straight-laced guy, like pigeons and,
right,
all that.
like the kind of the alpha gay dude, yeah.
Right. So now they're officially
Makes sense.
gay, though. I mean,
right. I think it's wonderful. I hope they get married.
I know, but if they're going to start doing that, I mean, they might as well grow, like I said on the show this morning, they might as well grow some dubage down in their basement apartment.
Right.
When are they going to allow the people? When is marijuana going to hit Sesame Street?
Maybe one of them has chronic back pain and needs it.
Right. Oscar the Grouch is going to pull out a big bud.
There you go.
Well, if you look at him real close, he's made.
And Big Bird, I mean, he's a little messed up anyways.
Nicey points out in the Facebook live chat they had separate beds, but did share a room.
That's true.
Uh-huh.
But you never saw them in bed together.
Separate beds doesn't mean there's nothing going on. Remember, I Love Lucy, in the early seasons, they had separate beds, but how did little Ricky come into the world, huh?
That's true.
At some point, something happened there.
Right.
And Lucy had, 3 different shows? I Love Lucy, and then there was the Lucy show with Mr. Mooney, and
Here's Lucy.
And then there was another one with the kids were in it. Desi Jr. and stuff was in it.
That was Here's Lucy.
Is that what it was?
Was it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she was all right.
There were many permutations of Lucille Ball programming.
Right. Did you watch it when you were? Did you watch I Love Lucy as a youngster?
Yes, I remember watching reruns of it because that's why I remember that they were in separate beds in early. Because I actually remember asking my mother about it, why they were in separate beds in early seasons, and then in later seasons of the show they're finally in the same bed. And she explained to me about how back then, the networks were very uptight about having them in the same bed initially, but at a certain point it's like, okay, they have a kid now.
I'm not sure they were the first ones. I don't think they ever showed them in bed together. That we didn't get that till later on in the 60s or 70s.
I Love Lucy?
But anyway, but when they started TV, remember the early movies in sitcoms and stuff? At one point, they wouldn't even film them unless someone had one foot on the floor, when they were in the same bed. It was it was a rule because they didn't,
Right. We have that rule at home.
Things have evolved so much, it's unbelievable. I mean,
right.
Geez, but they used to have to say, oh.
But if someone could tell us what is I'm going to say, and I'm going to say that it was probably the first couple to be featured in the same bed. I think it was either the Newharts on the Newhart show, or it may have also been Mike and Carol Brady.
Are you sure that on I Love Lucy?
We'd have to look it up. I mean, I wish someone could, if someone's out there, just.
We'll hold off on looking it up in case someone wants to call in.
No, it was Reuben Kincaid and Danny Bonaducci. No.
No, right. I hate that show, The Partridge Family.
I liked The Partridge Family. It was good.
Did you?
Well, I always liked Susan Day. She was good.
I remember at the end of the Brady Bunch, it would be. I always, as a kid, found it a little uncomfortable when they would have the scene at the end when Mike and Carol are in the bed together, and then it was strongly implied you know, like one of them says something witty to the other and they both laugh and then they both embrace and turn out the lights and it's like, ew, I don't want to think about Mike and Carol Brady,
you know, like thinking of your
getting
parents,
it on.
right? Ooh.
Oh, boy, I used to inadvertently see that a few times when they didn't know the door was open.
Yeah?
But we won't, oh, yeah.
I never
You
saw,
saw your mom
I
and
never ran
dad
into
doing
that.
the...
I saw my dad and my stepmother on several occasions.
Oh, my God.
Oh, several occasions.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I never saw anything. I heard a couple of things when I got older, but
Right.
Yeah. Oh, no, I saw. And that is seared in my mind.
Right. That's
And,
that's one of Skumpi's search words when he's on Pornhub.
What is that? What?
Stepmoms.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, there are
and
some
babysitters. Yeah, that's
there's some good there's some good things with the. Not that I even know what Pornhub is. I have no idea, but I'm sure there's some. So Chris Rose is in the Facebook live chat.
He's the best.
He says the Munsters were the first.
Okay. You know, it's coming
Herman?
from Chris Rose. Really? Are you sure about that, Chris Rose?
Yeah, Chris Rose. Are you sure?
I don't know about that.
Man.
I'm sure Chris knew that Bert and Ernie were gay.
Right.
Oh, yeah, he knew right off the bat when he was 4 years old. He said,
they're definitely gay.
Yeah.
And that's all the little kids now, all the 4 or 5 years old. Oh, I knew they were gay.
Yeah.
They don't know what gay is. Like, leave it alone. Like, why do they do that? I don't know. I think it's ridiculous, but
right.
I think what
come on, it's a kid show. It's Muppets and it's fun and it's.
I think what Bert and Ernie do,
it.
what they do behind closed doors, is
Well, look at the whole lie that we all went through on Sesame Street, because when we were kids, Snuffleupagus was a Big Bird's imaginary friend.
Right.
And then they had to. The reason why they showed him and made him not an imaginary friend is because so kids wouldn't say, "Hey, this is my imaginary friend," and you wouldn't think they were lying or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So who's your imaginary friend now, Peter?
I don't know.
Matt, you have an imaginary friend?
No.
I used to have one named Mike.
Did you?
Oh.
Yeah. I only saw him in the mirror. He looked just like me.
I never had an imaginary friend.
No. I never did either.
I missed out.
Yeah. Chris says technically Mary Kay and Johnny from 1947.
What the hell show is that?
I don't know. I'm not sure what.
It must be one of his Broadway shows that he loves so much.
Shannon McGuire in the Facebook live chat says Laverne and Shirley shared a bedroom with separate beds. Does that make them gay?
Oh. Uh-oh.
Well, it might have made them a little.
For a guy, it's a better thought.
Little bi-curious.
I
Maybe.
mean, really, guys, did you think Laverne and Shirley were hot?
No. I really didn't. No, I never did actually.
I really didn't either.
Yeah.
I mean,
they were funny and they were.
Shirley was
okay,
kind of, she was cute.
Shirley more than Laverne. But
Laverne looked kind of like, she looked pretty easy.
She was a whore. That's what you're saying. She was a whore.
Yeah, I always got that vibe.
I kind of did too.
Like, I couldn't quite understand why Lenny couldn't quite seal the deal on that because Laverne, obviously, I mean, with that big L on her chest, I mean, come on, that's just inviting,
Oh yeah, she probably had tattoos. She was one of the first one of those tramp stamps on the back.
No, not Laverne, not Penny Marshall. Penny Marshall.
She made a lot of money though.
That wasn't a thing back then, was it?
I don't think it was.
That's like a 90s thing, isn't it? The tramp stamp or...
When'd you get your Skumpi?
Yeah. You know what's great about the tramp stamp? I used to go to the beach with me. I'm sorry. Me and the wife would go like Old Orchard, and there'd be girls walking towards us.
Really?
I'd bet her $1 that the girl had a tramp stamp or didn't, which was a great thing because even if I lost, I got to turn around and say, "Oh, jeez," I got to check it out.
Oh.
Without getting in trouble. Oh, I owe you $1. She didn't have one.
Oh, boy.
But at least I was able to turn around and look at them all.
That's actually pretty clever.
It is very clever.
Oh.
I'll bet you $1. Whoa.
Wow.
That way you're turning around and not getting in any trouble at all.
Old Orchard Beach. Wow.
Yeah.
You know, with all this talk, though, Skumpi, I feel you're probably never going to be able to sit on the Supreme Court.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah, this is going to
I
get
was
you
one
in
of
a
those
lot of
babies
trouble.
that, grabbed someone else's breast, too, so...
Oh,
really?
my goodness. Wow.
Uh-oh.
I can't believe that. Are you getting a call? Is the
a
president...
call while we're doing a radio show.
Ah, jeez, I can't believe it.
You know who else does that
President
all the time?
Trump calling me again.
Glenn R.J. Willett does that all the time, too.
Really?
His phone is all... Well, he's the people's mayor, so he's very, very important. And I think usually it's Africa calling.
Yeah. after
or that
5.
Pennsyltucky town that he's running for mayor, Pennsyltucky or whatever it is.
Pennsyltucky, Africa. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Pennsyltucky, Africa.
Yeah, it's right near some Cape Girardeau or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Guadalupe, Milwaukee, or something.
Right. It's just south of Guadalupe, Milwaukee, Africa. Yeah, a lot of places in Africa. It's really amazing. The continent's going to be a big responsibility for him, but he can handle it because he is the people's mayor.
That's true.
He can.
Yes.
Yeah. Walk around in his robes and he'll be all set.
Oh, robes. No robes. So those are the kiss of death for any of Glenn's campaigns.
Well, he calls them togas.
Oh, well, that's a little different.
If you call it a toga, it's a Roman robe, so it's okay.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, that's a totally different thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I can actually, for whatever reason, I can imagine it.
Right. The sad thing is, I think we're all doing it right now.
Yeah. No, I'll freely admit it. I am. I'm picturing Glenn in a toga.
I am too, and it's,
And
over his shoulder, one breast out in the air.
Yeah. That's,
right.
Look, I'm secure enough in my masculinity to say it. It's kind of sexy.
Wow. Glenn RJ.
Yep.
He is a sexy beast.
That's why he's going to win.
Yes.
He's going to win that Milwaukee,
He's going to win something.
Guadalupe, Milwaukee, Africa mayor thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Hope he wins something soon.
Yeah,
I know,
he should win something.
Well, he has won something because he is a selectman, or he was a selectman.
Right.
So he has actually won elected office.
Right. Nobody else ran.
Right. Yeah, but it counts, right?
Right.
Kind of. I mean, he had to put his name on the ballot.
He walked right into it. He didn't run. He just walked right into it.
Glenn walks faster with that cane than most people run. You ever notice that?
Oh, yeah.
He's pretty good with that thing.
Yeah.
He is.
Dude moves at a fast
Oh,
clip.
he opens doors and everything. It flies right through.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's almost like a superhero.
Oh, yeah.
But his superpower is a cane, which is really weird.
It works like a boomerang.
Cane Man.
Yes. Yes.
Cane Man.
Cane Man.
Oh, yeah.
I've had this odd fantasy. Actually, instead of a superhero, I think it would be hilarious if Glenn were secretly some sort of notorious international crime lord.
Oh, really?
And just none of us knew. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I think he lives next door to Bert and Ernie.
Oh.
Oh, he's the one that gave them the seeds to grow their weed.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
Boy, this just keeps going, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Yeah, no, we should probably just stick with I'm still processing that they're gay.
Right.
I'm not really I'm very accepting of it. I'm very liberal on these matters.
I'm okay about it, but I just think it's a children's show. It's like, why even bring it up? It's stupid.
A 2 or 3 year old kid doesn't need to.
No.
Even
4 or 5 years old. How often do you watch Sesame Street when it's real good for a kid until just after kindergarten? You're pretty much done with it unless you just want to.
Right. And it's not the same.
Unless you go to the Muppet movies.
It's not the same, though. Oh, the Muppets are different than Sesame Street.
Right.
They are. Because I remember when the Muppet Show was out, okay? And it was the variety show, the one that we're all familiar with shows Kermit backstage and John Denver's there.
And Alice Cooper shows up.
I used to love that when I was a kid.
But I didn't get, you know what? I always, when they did musical numbers, I was like, I just wanted to see them, Muppets play around.
I know what you mean. Hello to Brian Brody, who joins us in the Facebook live chat.
Tell me about Brian Brody. Now here's a guy that just a couple of weeks ago, he did a 24-hour radio marathon.
Yes,
Did
he
he
did.
really?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Where at?
He's in Columbus, Ohio.
No kidding.
Yeah. At the Outpost, he calls it.
And he's to listen to Matt Connarton Unleashed in the afternoon.
Very popular in Ohio.
No kidding.
He's Brian's popular everywhere. He's got a big. Or do you mean me? I'm popular in Ohio.
Right. The show itself is popular.
Oh, yes. We're huge in Ohio.
We're very big.
Yeah. Ohio.
You're huge in Pennsyltucky.
Good afternoon,
too,
Ohio.
Africa.
Pennsyltucky, yes.
Yeah, Africa, yeah.
And Africa, of course. Yeah. No, I have a very large African following.
Thanks to Glenn.
Yes. Thanks to Glenn.
That's why, yeah.
I do owe it all
and
to
his
Glenn.
toga.
And his toga.
We're just way off. That's great.
Right.
Wow.
I don't think we're. Yeah.
This is fun stuff.
It is. It can only get more fun.
It's a lot to think about, though. This is all this mental imagery to sift through now.
Right. Someone's got to go get Glenn. He's upstairs.
Is he upstairs? Well, where else would he be?
Right.
Well,
in
he's
his
probably
office.
listening. He'll be down in a minute.
Well, I don't know if he listens.
Really?
Well, sometimes he gets mad about stuff that gets said on the air, but I'm on to him. He's not. He loves the attention.
Hey, he's all right.
And he knows it's all done with affection.
Glenn's fine.
Personally, I love Glenn. He's one of my favorite people.
He's a great guy. He's a character. That's why we're talking about him.
Exactly. That's why we pick on him.
If you're not talking about somebody, I mean,
Yeah.
They're nothing.
It's all done with love.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was hoping Glenn would bring some knickknacks into the studio here, like he used to do at his own studio.
What,
what kind of knickknacks?
10,000 knickknacks.
Yeah, didn't you go on that show that he used to do once?
Down in the basement over the Beacon building?
Because Chris Rose and I were there. We were like his co-hosts, basically, and you and Gorman came, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think we were all there.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive what Glenn was able to do with that lobby and the way he'd turn it into a studio.
Well, because he was only supposed to be there for that, so he had to set it all up, and then didn't he have to take it all down?
Yep.
And what kind of knickknacks? 10,000 knickknacks. What kind of knickknacks?
I mean, you think anything you could possibly imagine. Snow globes.
He's a bit of a hoarder.
Right.
Well, is he?
Yeah.
Snow globes, Christmas trees, anything you could imagine.
Yes.
You would think
14 toasters.
You would think it was a flea market.
Oh yeah, he could have easily funded QCE News with remember his newspaper, QCE News?
I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a big hit.
Yes. Well, it's a great thing to get into print media in the internet age.
Right. Right.
If you have an opportunity to get into print media with actual paper and ink, you're golden. You're on the ground floor of something big.
He has his own press, I believe.
I think he does. Yes. Right. The Glenn Press.
No kidding.
Well, better to be on the ground floor.
And that's where he irons he irons his togas.
Right.
In the press.
That's a good idea. Well, that's good multitasking.
Right.
Right.
He runs
you got a press, you might as well iron with it.
Well, you're right. Like he'll be printing the paper. He'll run out of the room and run right back in and say, "Stop the press."
That's great.
That's right.
Well, everyone wants to be able to say that at one point or another, right?
But you're right, Matt. Glenn is all
he's
in
a
good
stand-up
fun.
guy. He's a real good guy.
No, he is.
Really
he
is.
People don't understand him. That's all.
And he has lightened up over the years. Like he used to get really legitimately angry with Norm and I when I was on Norm's show and we'd pick on him. And now he takes it much more in stride. And
he does.
Because I know he got upset with you over the Robegate thing, but eventually, right? Like he got it. You know, he understands.
I tend to be relentless about it, though. And 2 years could go by.
Me
and
too.
I'm still bringing up the robes.
Well, it did cost him that election.
Right.
To be fair, I mean, he'd be mayor of Manchester
it was all your
right
fault,
now.
Peter. All your fault.
I'm probably yeah.
Well,
if you called it a toga, he probably would have won.
Maybe.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
Toga party.
Wow.
Did you ever go to a toga party?
I don't think I have. I honestly can say I don't think we had toga dances at school. But
I went to one.
Did
really?
you?
When I was young, teenage, I don't know, probably 17, 18, and these neighbors had one, and they were like in their 30s. And
they
actually, these guys, all the girls, used to go over and get out.
Well, no, we don't know. We're on the radio. What?
I know, but anyway, yeah. And I remember one of my buddies showed up with a toga, and it had, it's you just grab a sheet and it had like kittens all over it, kitties.
Oh, really?
I go, yeah, that's beautiful. You got cats all over your toga. Come on.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, kitty
cats
togas.
over it. See, if
I
you're
love
gonna
cats.
you're gonna use it.
You just grab a sheet, and if it has a design on it,
I know, but who wants? You don't wear a toga with a
That's
with
what
a
I
design.
said. Exactly.
You wear a white toga, right?
Right. Or blue, or well, usually white. But.
Right. You don't get your Star Wars sheets and roll them up.
Exactly. That's what I mean. You can see me show up with the Steelers toga. Come on now.
I once had Star Wars sheets when I was young.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You probably
1977. I was probably around 7, 8 years old.
Were you sleeping in a car?
No. I actually lived in a home. In a right.
No, but I mean those little car beds. Did you ever have one of those?
No. I mean that was
I never did either.
Me either.
That was for rich kids like Ricky Stratton of Silver Spoons.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Also had a train in his.
And he had all the pinball machines and video games, the latest.
And that reminds me. Happy birthday, by the way. You just had a birthday.
I did.
That's
yes.
right.
Yeah. Yes.
I've changed. In one day, I've changed.
Yeah, you feel older?
Oh, yeah. My back's killing me.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, you haven't hit 50 yet. You're okay.
What happens when you hit 50?
I don't know.
Well, just look at him, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's something to look forward to.
No.
Oh, yeah.
We're similar in age, right?
Yeah. Well, you're a few years older than me.
Oh, a few years older.
You are a few years older than me.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I'm 45.
All right, 45. So you would be like a sophomore if I was a senior. You graduate in 80, 90?
90.
Where'd you go? You didn't go to Central up here, did you?
No, Concord High.
Oh, Concord. Okay.
Yeah.
We almost moved to Concord. Last week we put a bid on a place and we didn't get it. Someone else got it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I almost moved to Concord.
Why would you want to leave Manchester?
Because
how dare you?
It was just a nice deal. Well, I don't want to get into it anyway, but looks like I'm hanging around Manchester.
So you almost sold us all out.
Hanging around Manchester for a little while longer, anyways.
Right.
Oh.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Which I love Manchester. I don't want to leave Manchester anyways. I really don't. I love Manchester.
Right. Well, yeah, of course. So Pete's going to
you know what it is though?
Play receptionist.
Oh yeah. Well, all the deals the further you go north. I mean, it's just less expensive. Manchester's huge, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
The rents and stuff is crazy.
So in I used to live in Concord until a few years ago. Yeah, the rents are crazy here.
What do we got going on over here, man? Huh?
So yesterday,
looking for directions on the third floor, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Well, Peter's got it under control.
Well, yesterday during my show, at the end of the show, so Gray Chenoweth was outside waiting to come in, but I didn't know. Hopwood didn't bother to tell me that Gray was coming by, and I'd never met him in person. So I see him out there looking in the window, and I don't know that it's him. And then and I'm thinking, because Rob was coming in to record Granite State of Mind, and Rob's usually live on Friday after my show, and occasionally what'll happen is I'll be wrapping up my show on Friday, and if Rob's guest happens to get here before Rob does, the guest, the musician who's going to come and play live, they'll usually be
right. They stand out there.
They'll usually be standing out there, looking in the window, kind of confused, unable to process or comprehend that maybe there's a show on before Rob's,
well,
and they're just baffled, and that's what I thought it was, but then it turned out to be Gray Chenoweth.
I understand because a lot of the times too, I can see Peter looking. I see him looking out. I'll be sitting on the couch or whatever, and the people they just stand out there waiting to be invited in.
Yes.
They don't know. Hey,
Right.
Well, which is a good thing, anyways. They're not slamming the door coming in. But
we should have a lobby.
You need a green room.
A green room.
They had one up when it was upstairs. You had the green room.
We should have one here, and we should have interns whose job it is to go and fetch the guests.
Actually, we could use that room there as a green room.
There you go.
Well,
they never leave that open though.
I'm surprised you guys haven't asked me what the guy wanted.
Yeah, what did he want?
Yeah, right.
And is it something that you can discuss on the air, or was it something illicit?
Oh no, it was not illicit. He wanted to know if we were looking for any talk show hosts.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
He'd probably be great on the air. He looks like
a ball. An application.
Looked like a ball of fire.
An application. That's right. I should have.
Is that legit? That's what he asked you?
Well, yeah. And I said, well, the offices are closed right now. Well, they are.
So,
I don't think anyone's in there right now.
So let's take a moment and just observe the irony of someone who wants to have a radio show here walks in and interrupts someone else's radio show.
Right.
Hey, can I fill out an application?
And I said, well, this is part of, a branch of Manchester Public Television. He goes, I thought you guys were a radio show, a radio station. And I said, yes, we are.
Radio.
Wow, he's ready to jump right in, isn't he?
Right.
You know what that reminds me?
That's the new sports guy.
Not to.
You know what you should have done? We should have put him on the couch and gave him an interview.
I would. Yeah, I didn't.
That would have been funny
that's
as
true.
hell.
We
said, okay, so what do you got?
We could have interviewed him in real time. Yes.
That would have been great.
See, I didn't think like that.
We could have pretended that the three of us are like in charge and make the hiring decisions.
The CEO over here, and,
No, but you know what he did, and not to pick on him. I'm sure he's a delightful man, but it reminds me of have you ever been somewhere like where you're waiting to check out? You're standing in line, you're waiting for the cashier to be free, and somebody just walks up while you're waiting and interrupts the cashier and says, "Hey, are you hiring? Can I have an application?"
Oh, right.
I see people do that all the time, and
do you have a pen?
Yeah, that too, and that's what that reminds me of. Except
that would have been great if we could have interviewed him, though.
Yeah,
I mean, you got the morning show host, you got the.
I don't know if it would have been that
the
great.
Afternoon show. You guys could have asked him. You could have fired at him, and it would have been great.
Did he say what kind of a show he wanted to do?
Just a talk show.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. See, if we knew what he wanted to talk about, it would have been great.
Right.
Yeah. An older.
Hey, come on back here. Where are you?
He's an older gentleman. Maybe he wanted to talk about getting older.
Well, yeah.
Maybe he wanted to talk about Bert and Ernie. I don't know.
He's probably, not to be ageist, but a gentleman of his generation probably kind of grapples with that a little bit.
He probably doesn't even know Bert and Ernie, yeah.
I mean, hell, you even kind of are grappling with that a little bit.
Hey, come on now. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Oh. I mean, you know.
I am an old man, I guess.
Stefan Philbrook is in the Facebook live chat. Says, Peter, day of birth is shared by Jimi Hendrix, Death Crazy.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, the day I was born, Matt, in 1970.
Yes.
He died.
Jimi Hendrix died the day I was born.
So you got his soul. You were the reincarnation of Jimi Hendrix?
I think I have
Well,
his
pick
soul.
up the guitar and start playing.
I got
Come
something, though.
So do you feel there's some sort of cosmic connection there, like your birth somehow caused Hendrix's death?
No.
I wonder
no.
what the times were. What if it was right at the same time?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there is a connection there. Because that was a pretty big day when Jimi Hendrix died.
Are you left-handed?
I am not.
Okay.
I am. Are you?
Well, wait, though. It doesn't count if it's you because you weren't.
Damn, I was
trying to make
true, guys. I'm just
I was
saying.
63. I don't know. Oh, well, no. John F. Kennedy got killed when I was born.
Really, the same day you were born in 63?
No, I was born in April. He was killed in
November?
July.
No, I think it was.
Oh, well,
it was November.
That was long before you and I were born.
No, it was because there's a Saxon song. It's Dallas 1 p.m. And I believe it was July.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was July.
Now I want to know.
I'm pretty sure.
We could ask. Does anyone know how to reach Rafael Cruz? I mean, he was involved.
What's that?
That's the old
Rafael
joke.
Cruz.
The old joke about Skumpi. Trump.
Right by me.
Trump saying that Rafael Cruz, Ted Cruz's dad, helped kill JFK.
That's right. That's
yes,
right.
Yes.
Oh, I wanted to find out when he died.
I know it was Dallas at 1 p.m. in 1963.
Right. Well, we all know that.
But I'm pretty sure it was July. I'm thinking
you might be right. I mean,
no, it was October, wasn't it?
Oh, great.
Wasn't
November?
it in October?
We're all geniuses here.
No, I'm pretty sure it was in October.
Really?
Or October, I think.
I always think I remember.
Well, I'm going to have to say, guys, you know me, I don't like to admit when I'm wrong, but I wasn't wrong this time. It was November 22nd.
It was
22nd.
November.
Okay.
Why did I think October?
At Dallas at 1 p.m.
Must have been a Saxon song.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, Chris Rose, too. He's confirming November 22nd, 1973.
Thanks, Chris.
Or 1963, rather.
He's a guy
yes.
I wish was still around, Manch, you know?
I know. I miss Chris. I would love to have him on the show.
Oh, he's great.
Chris, if you're ever up here between 4 and 6, you should be on the show. I miss those days. Those were good times. I've invited Chris. I've invited Dan Randlett. You remember Dan, of course, who would be phenomenal on the radio. But they don't want to come in. I think they're afraid. They think they're going to take a spot away from some elderly gentleman who wants to be on or something, you know?
Well, you didn't invite Skumpi either, but hey, here I am.
But you, sir, are a man of initiative.
Right.
You take the initiative.
Yeah.
You grab the bull by the proverbial horns.
I love your show, and I wanted to come here and be a part of it.
That's
what it is.
Yes, of course. As you should. Everyone should want
Just
to be
like
a part
the
of
Mr.
this.
Peter White.
I wish
I'll see him in the morning.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
I can't wait, Skumpi. I just can't wait.
Me either. I can't wait. Can't wait to wake up early. That alarm going off at 6 and going, here we go.
Right.
That must be cool, though, for you, Pete, too, doing a show with your daughter. Having Abby on.
Yeah, she's great on the show.
That must be kind of neat.
She's great. It's cool 'cause she's an adult. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
And yeah. I don't know. I would never expect that.
Are you taking off, Skumpi, or is it time for you to fly?
Yeah, I actually do have to fly.
Oh, really?
It's been a pleasure.
In the middle of the show.
Well, I told you.
I
said I'd be here till 5, and that's I get someplace to be. We got my motorcycle out there, and I only put so much on the meter. You know, on a motorcycle too. You know, when you get those tickets from the parking thing,
half price.
You have to rip part of it off. There was one time I didn't do that.
Oh.
Someone stole my ticket, put it on their car, and I got the ticket. Oh. So I called them. I go, "What do you do?" I go, "What am I supposed to do with it?" They said, "Well, you're supposed to tear it in half, take one half with you, leave the other half there, so you can prove if someone steals your ticket that it was yours."
Right, right.
And they do. There's actually, I didn't know, there's a perforation in there.
Oh, okay.
And it has the date, has all the little information on the little side of it, and the rest you put on the. Oh.
Yeah. The more you know.
But hey, guys, I love you, man. It's been real.
Skumpi, thank you so much. And you can hear Jeff Skumpi Lorenz tomorrow, correct?
Yeah,
on the morning show?
Yeah, I got a game for Peter and stuff, yeah.
A game?
We'll do something even if it's wrong. That's what we usually do.
Will you do traffic?
We get things right now.
You know.
If he asks you to do traffic, you better do traffic.
He doesn't do sports or traffic anymore. I don't
know. Right.
It's been discontinued.
Discontinued, yes.
Until a later date.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, guys, I got to fly. Well,
Oh, do you want to plug your band or anything? You got any gigs coming up?
Actually, yeah, we got DEF CON is going to be playing at the Davion October 20th. A big party there.
Very good. Where's
big show?
Where's the Davion?
The Davion is actually called the Davion Snowshoe Club.
Okay.
It's on Wilson Street in Manchester. It's a private club. It's a lot of big pool players play there.
Yeah.
Big, but they shut down the pool tables when we play. It's a big room. It's nice.
Oh, cool.
They're cheap beers.
Yeah.
It's like $2.25 for a beer. It's great.
Get your snowshoes, Matt. We're going to the DAV.
That is cheap.
You guys are going to the DAV. It looks like you're going to the DAV.
Well,
and we're learning a bunch of cool songs now too.
Oh, are you? Yeah. Cool.
Can you do us a quick favor before you go? Can you just run upstairs and grab Glenn?
Yeah, okay. I'll do that. Right.
Not sexually, but just get him down here if you
I'll
could.
grab him.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, peace, brothers.
We'd love to chat.
I love you guys.
All right, Skumpi.
See you tomorrow, Peter.
All right, Skumpi.
Thank you so much. Jeff Skumpi Lorenz leaves us. We do have the ceremonial shaking of the hands.
Right. Why?
No,
Thanks, Skumpi.
I don't mind. I think it's nice, except I would object if it were cold and flu season. Then I get a little bit germophobic, if you know what I mean. No, but I was just, I was thinking, in fact, I was saying this to Jenny one day, because I only know of, there may have been others, but I only know of one other father-daughter combination in radio. Do you listen to satellite radio at all?
Not too much. I don't.
Do you know who Ron Bennington is?
I do not.
He used to have a show called Ron and Fez for many years. And
that sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, it was a pretty big show. They were kind of associated with Opie and Anthony, and everyone knows who they are, obviously. But Fez retired, and so the name changed to simply Bennington, and it's now Ron Bennington and his daughter Gail Bennington is his co-host.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of cool.
You know, it's funny. When the days Abigail has been coming in on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
because you get that. Not only do you, she's my daughter. I mean, you really kind of get that 20-something vibe too.
Right.
The views of a 21-year-old young woman coming up in the world today.
That's right.
So no, she's great. I couldn't ask for a better kid out there.
Yeah. No, you obviously you did a great job.
Yeah, you must have done something right.
Yes. Yes.
Now, do you see? If you look how Skumpi left the microphone, it's like connected to the chair.
It's like he left in kind of a whirlwind, but he was, you know what I think it was? I think in his mind, he was very anxious and eager to get up from his seat to shake our hands.
Skumpi, can you fix that microphone?
Yeah, Skumpi, my goodness. This is why we can't have nice...
What are you doing?
You can't have nice furniture, right?
This is why we can't have nice things.
Did you get Glenn?
What did Glenn say?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Skumpi. He'll be on the... Yes.
It's right where in the green room up there.
The green room. He'll be doing some of his editing. He's a phenomenal editor, and he loves lasers and fireworks and the videos, and it's all very wonderful, and African people and all kinds of great things.
He didn't even go get him.
He
went
did
downstairs.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Wow, you're going to have a stern talking to with him tomorrow.
Right. Oh, yes, I will.
Well, maybe I'll take a break, and maybe one of us can get Glenn, or perhaps he'll grace us with his presence. Someone may have tipped him off that we were speaking about him, and, so he might want to run not literally run, but he does, you got to admit, for a guy with a cane, the dude moves like lightning quick.
Right, I agree.
It's quite remarkable.
Like the Penguin in Batman series.
Yeah. Does he move fast? I don't know.
The Burgess Meredith Penguin.
Oh, right, yes. Well, let's take a break. You're listening to Matt Connarton Unleashed in the Afternoon. We're here with Peter White from The Morning Show.
Hi there.
With Peter White and the Moose. And let's listen to a little Randy Rainbow, shall we? This is a personal favorite of mine from the Randy Rainbow catalog, If I Ever Got Impeached. And not that it's about anyone specific. It's just, it's a good old-fashioned show tune for everyone. Let's take a listen.
Very special Guest, the President of the United States. Are we still going with that title? Yes? They're telling me yes? Okay, still good. Welcome, Mr. President. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know you must be very busy cleaning out your desk. It has been quite a dramatic news week for you.
They make up lies. I've seen it many times. They make up things.
I mean, 2 former employees convicted, 1 implicating you as a co-conspirator in his crimes, a public feud with your attorney general, friends and allies, even doormen flipping on you left and right.
I know all about flipping. For 30, 40 years, I've been watching Flippers.
Such a good show.
Look, I didn't know Manafort well. He wasn't with the campaign long.
Well, then why don't we start with your former attorney and fixer, Michael Cohen?
I always found him to be a nice guy.
Were you aware of the hush money payments he is now saying were financed by the campaign per your instruction?
They didn't come out of the campaign. They came from me, and I tweeted about it. You know, I don't know if you know, but I tweeted about the payments. But they didn't come out of the campaign.
Did they come out of the campaign?
They didn't come out of the campaign, and that's big.
Huge.
Because that could be
illegal.
A little dicey.
Or illegal.
But they weren't. It's not even a campaign violation. If you look at President Obama, he had a massive...
Pecker. David Pecker, your friend and CEO of the National Enquirer, has recently been granted immunity in the Cohen investigation and is said to have a lot of dirt on you.
I don't know. I've always had controversy in my life, and I've always succeeded. I've always won.
Well, some say you're about to win, most likely to get impeached.
I'll tell you what. If I ever got impeached, I think the market would crash.
If you ever got impeached?
I think everybody would be very poor.
Why, if you ever got impeached, you would probably start crying, then rehash all the lying and rhetoric you've preached. All the Dems would be smirking, Jim Acosta would start twerking if you ever got impeached.
If I ever got impeached...
You could just give in to Mueller, then go and get some color by lying on a beach. This is all natural, right? With the crimes you've been fixing, you could be another Nixon if you only got impeached.
I think the market would crash.
You'd be through and take with you our worries and our strife. You'd return to only burdening your wife, and we'd resume a normal life. Find a lawyer, 'cause you'll need one. Write a book or learn to read one, or get your eyebrows bleached, 'cause just relax at the spa, go yourself at Mar-a-Lago if you get impeached.
I don't know how you can impeach somebody who's done a great job.
You'd be more than implicated for laws you violated and protocols you breached.
Because without this thinking...
We could finally all stop drinking if you ever got impeached.
I think everybody would be very poor.
We would dance and sing and revel. No one else has hit the level of infamy you've reached. Giuliani could retire, Pence could join a gay men's choir if you ever get impeached.
The president did nothing wrong.
When you flee, take Huckabee, and finally I'll become. I'd ask Michael Avenatti to the prom, and Kellyanne could move to Guam. More than half the country's waiting, so think about the ratings, 'cause when you gave your speech, we would all tune in to listen. You could finally go to prison.
I'm not involved. I wasn't charged with anything.
If you ever got impeached.
I think everybody would be very poor.
What would you do with the brain if you had?
Welcome back, everybody. It's hour number 2 of Matt Connarton Unleashed in the Afternoon. We're live on WMNH 95.3 FM, emanating from downtown Manchester, New Hampshire, streaming at WMNHradio.org. Of course, we're on Channel 97 Comcast and on Facebook via Facebook Live on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. Please give it a like if you haven't done so already. I see Gary Hamer in the Facebook Live chat, and I see Peter White on the couch.
Oh, hi there. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon.
Yes, it is afternoon. Oh, my goodness. A long day for you.
Yeah, it's been long.
Yes. What, do you have to be here till midnight or something with all the new shows?
I think I'm just going to stay overnight, I think.
Is it the new fall lineup?
This couch rolls out into a bed.
There you go.
Right. This is actually my apartment.
Oh, very nice. Very
So
nice.
welcome.
And yes. And I understand the People's Mayor will not be joining us?
I went upstairs and I talked to Glenn, but he says no way, no can do. He's trying to finish up his work so he can go home. He has a fever.
A fever.
And he's not feeling good.
He has a fever.
The fever.
Fever in the afternoon. Fever. I don't know.
I like the afternoon vibe you have here this morning, this afternoon.
Well, that's really what I strive for, Peter, is an afternoon vibe.
Right. It's very nice.
Like I feel like your program, it's kind of got that morning vibe.
Yeah.
And this show, it's kind of got that afternoon vibe.
The afternoon fun vibe.
Yeah. Like sometimes prospective guests and I will be communicating, and they'll be nervous or whatever because obviously they're very intimidated. And they'll ask me, what's the deal? What is the show about? Tell me a little bit about it. And I just tell them, it's got an afternoon vibe.
That's right.
Just come on in the afternoon.
Relax.
Yes, it's very relaxing. It's very, although sometimes I get a little worked up. I don't know if you've ever heard me get a little worked up.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I got a little worked up.
Oh, you did?
I was fully unleashed.
What happened?
I was talking about the war on drugs. And I'm anti-drug war.
Okay, I might have heard part of this.
Yes.
And it went on and on and on.
Yes, it did. Someone told I bet I could
No,
guess.
I heard it. No, I actually heard it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know if someone, because I know there is a certain individual who sometimes will accuse me of caterwauling incessantly about a particular subject.
Well, yeah, how are we going to get through, how are guys like us supposed to get through 2 hours of radio without doing that?
Right. Well, here's the bigger question as relates to yesterday. So what do you do, Peter White? What would you do?
Okay.
What would you do if your son was there? Remember that song? What would you do if you went into Canada? Or as I like to think of them, northern Michigan. But you went into Canada, and on your way back in to the United States, a United States Border Patrol agent asks you, have you ever used any illegal substance?
Oh, they asked that?
Well, they're going to be once Canada goes full legal on the cannabis. So apparently this will be the new policy.
Yeah.
What would
I wouldn't say anything.
You would refuse to answer?
Well, no, yeah, I'd say no. I'd do whatever it takes just to get by the.
Oh, okay.
Move on.
Would you lie if you had to?
Yeah. Why? Yeah, probably.
Me too. Well, that's what I was saying yesterday.
Because that's nobody's like. Why would they ask that?
Right.
Even now, even the times I've been to Canada, this is back. Obviously back before you even needed a passport, and you just kind of drove through the thing. But you'd get stopped.
Pre 9/11. Yeah.
Where you going and what is your business in Canada? And just like everyone, we said, booze and strippers.
Would you actually say that?
Well, no, I didn't say that. No,
because I would imagine they would appreciate your honesty. I mean, that is as good a reason as any.
You always think when someone of authority asks you questions, you always think, why are you asking me?
Right. Of course, yeah.
Well,
it's like when you get pulled over, they always say, oh, where are you coming from? Where are you going?
Well, do you know my story from the Red Roof Inn?
No, you know what? I never heard the whole thing. I heard part of it on your show.
Right.
But I never did catch the whole thing. By the way, hello to Chuck Gosson, who joins us in the Facebook live chat. No, I would love to hear the whole story because I only caught fragments of it. I don't know exactly the whole thing.
Well, as you know, my friend John Manning had gotten married recently. We had a beautiful wedding at Searles Castle, where I served as the best man.
Very nice. Because you and John, you go back to junior high school or something?
Yeah, we go back into the 80s. Back into the 80s. 1985.
Oh, wow. Okay.
To be specific.
Damn.
And, so he got married, and we decided to just get so we wouldn't have to drive home. It's not that far anyway, but still, so we figured we'd just go to Salem, and we got a hotel. It just popped up. I didn't know the Red Roof Inn was it was known for, bad things, drugs and prostitutes and all that. And I didn't know.
Well, you wouldn't expect it either, right? Because that's a corporate chain.
Well, right. It's Exit 2, Red Roof Inn.
It's not like some seedy motel.
It's a 2-star hotel. I knew what I was getting into, but I didn't know what I was I didn't realize. I just didn't realize. No, my girlfriend would say, "Oh, I don't want to stay there. It's no good." And I'm like, "Oh, well, suck it up. It's only one night."
Right.
So then after the wedding, we get there and it's late and the fire alarm starts beeping because it doesn't need the battery change or whatever. So I call up. I'm like, yeah, what's up with the fire alarm? And the guy says, take out the battery.
Oh, my God. How's that for customer service? What time was this?
Oh, right before midnight, probably.
Okay.
And so I had already been to the reception and everything, so I was feeling pretty good. I had a few cocktails in me and stuff. And
yes.
So, and then all of a sudden, so I reached up on the ceiling, and I had taken something down, but it wasn't the alarm that I was supposed to take down, according to the guy at the desk. And so an automatically, the thing that I took off the wall automatically called the fire department.
Oh, okay.
Didn't have any battery in it.
Yeah.
And then I look over on the wall behind like the television, there's a smoke alarm.
Yeah.
And that's the one where the battery was beeping.
Okay.
So then the guy says, the guy says, hey, I told you I'd come down and change the battery. Anyway, the fire department's coming. And
so he lied to cover his ass because of the fire department. So he was going to get in trouble with them,
So I figured, enough of this, talking on the phone. I decided I'd go down.
Yes.
Decided I'd go down to that front desk and talk to him face to face.
And you're an intimidating figure.
I'm not intimidating.
You're like 6'10", and you're
I'm not intimidating though.
Oh, by the way, hello to Dan Randlett in the Facebook live chat. His ears must have been burning.
So what happened was I went down there and he's just like, I'm like, well, we're leaving. We just want money back or whatever. What can we do? Oh, I'm the boss here. You're not getting your money back. And then,
oh my God.
So I'm like, oh man, this is ridiculous. Well, might have got into it with him for a little bit, arguing, and I'm like, all right.
Did you engage in fisticuffs?
No,
okay.
Nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
And then he goes, do you want me to get the police in here? Since the police were already there, because they come along with the fire department, and so then I'm like, yeah, okay, go get the police. I don't care.
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
But I think I tagged on a couple of names too. I said, yeah, go get the police.
Oh my goodness, you resorted to ad hominems.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh yeah, and then it was ridiculous. So then he's like, 4 Salem cops come in, and I mean, just all over me. Like I just sat down in the lobby, and I'm like, okay, and one of them was just trying to get me going. Like, oh, what are you doing here? You here for a one-night stand? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Really? The cop was?
Yeah, he was trying to get me going, like to get. And finally, I just said, sir, I'm done. I'm done talking to you guys. Like,
wow.
Yeah, because it wasn't going good.
Wow.
So that was it. That was it. And then that particular officer, Salem officer, went outside, and another guy comes in. I'm like, I've already said I'm not saying anything else. The guy was kind of being jerky to me, and he goes, oh, how are these? The younger guy goes, where are you from? I just said Manchester, and I got into small talk with the other officer, and he was fine.
Yeah.
And he asked me how are you being treated tonight? I'm like, fine. I didn't want to be there anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
And so then I just went back. There was no, I just walked away and went back, and that was it. I went home though. I didn't stay at that place.
Yeah.
Red Roof Inn. Don't stay there.
Stephanie Sonefield says, the minute I smell the joint, I was like, I can't sleep here.
Right, and I told her to suck it up. Because we're at a wedding. I'm like, don't, because, Stephanie likes her good stuff.
Yeah.
And so, but I didn't realize how bad it really was. So I do apologize to her for that, because it was, even for me, it was disgusting. I couldn't stay there.
Wow.
Plus, I was a marked man now.
Yes.
The Salem police cop, that one guy, boy, was he not nice.
Yeah. So did the place literally have an odor?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had to change rooms because of the chemical odor.
Oh, you left out that part. You actually
Well, that was first. That's how that was first.
Oh, my God.
And then, it was ridiculous.
So this was, so the first room had the odor. So
it had the odor and chemicals, like cleaning chemicals, all over the sink area.
Really?
It was so disgusting.
Wow.
I mean, it really was. But then we found out that, you go on Facebook and you can look at reviews or look at reviews online. And I mean, this place is,
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm surprised it hasn't. Yeah. I mean, they've been cited for faulty fire alarms. And then, I was really upset with this guy at the front desk too.
Yeah.
And then, like all night, I'm like, oh, I'm going to call that guy tomorrow and give him a piece of my mind. But then tomorrow came around and I'm like, I just put it behind me.
I would have contacted their corporate.
Yeah.
And
I think I'm pretty sure they probably know what's going on in that particular Red Roof Inn.
One would hope, yeah. And I probably would have told the fire department about the guy telling you to.
Well, I did.
Oh, good. You did tell them.
Yeah.
That's good. Good.
But at that point, they, I don't know. I didn't think anything was really going my way, so I just.
So the cop who was trying to get you going, was he a young guy?
Oh yeah, young stud.
So he fits the stereotype then of the young cop who has something to prove.
Right.
So he's gonna get tough with you.
Yeah, he was trying, and there was no reason to, I wasn't, in no way. I mean, I was sitting down. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I was very calm. I was not confrontational.
Yeah.
I just said, yeah, the guy. I did tell the guy, cop, the guy's an idiot at the desk.
Right.
And that's all.
Wow.
But yeah, that wasn't fun. Why were we talking about that? We brought that up. We were talking about something that made me think of the Red Roof Inn.
Oh, I don't even remember.
See, we get sidetracked.
But now, wasn't there something else where, or maybe this is maybe this has to do with a different thing, and I'm conflating them. But wasn't there also something about you looked up and found out there was a murder there in the past?
Well, someone had texted me that there was it wasn't a murder there, but I guess someone was murdered and then went there afterwards. They caught a murderer there or something. I didn't go. Someone sent me a link. Or something, but it's it was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it was a great evening. When my friend John got married.
Right. Yeah. DJ Midas.
Yeah.
Who has a show here on WMNH? We should mention.
Oh, that's right.
Late Night Delight.
Yeah.
Saturdays and Sundays at 12 midnight.
Right. How's the whole weekend nights?
Yeah. And
Locked in.
It's awesome. I do love that show.
Yeah.
Because I love that. I love remixes and stuff. I always love that stuff.
It's different every week.
Yeah.
With John. He's been doing it for, long time.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Does he still DJ out in clubs and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. If going to pay him.
Well, of course, yeah. No, he's a professional, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah.
But he's married now, so I'll probably never see him again.
Right. That is legit. That's what happens. Married people, they become insular.
Yeah.
It's like...
I was married once.
That's right.
Yes.
But so what happened? You didn't want to be insular?
No, it wasn't that. It was just I probably got married a little too young.
I've avoided that. I've never been married.
Now you're too old to get married.
That's right. I'm past the cutoff. My parents, both my mother and father, have said this to me, that they think that part of why it didn't work out for them was they just got married too young. My mom was 18. I think my dad was like 23.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's young.
Yeah, that is young. Yeah.
I was 26 or 27.
Wow.
Like that, and still, you think you know everything, and you don't.
Right.
And so. But I mean, I have a great relationship with my ex-wife.
That's good.
Who's Abby's actually Abigail's mom.
Right. How long were you married?
We were together. Married only for a couple of years, I think. Not even quite sure, but
really,
we were together from the time. I knew her from a while ago, but
yeah,
I'm gonna say 4 years,
okay.
5 years, something like that. Yeah. So, but all is good now.
That's good.
Co-parented together.
Good.
So
that's excellent. Yeah, I've never been married, but I might be a little bit cynical about it. I mean, my mother's been married 4 times.
4 times.
She's on her 4th marriage.
Right.
My dad's been married and divorced twice. I might be a little cynical about the whole marriage thing.
Okay.
I might look at it with a somewhat jaundiced eye.
Right.
Plus, as of course Gene Simmons did eventually give in and get married, but when he used to speak negatively about marriage, he used to say, once you get married, if it doesn't work out, 50% of your pre-tax gross income just walked out the door.
That's right. We wouldn't want anyone taking away your millions.
Yes. I mean, the vast empire that I have, and that's not even counting
We'd have to get into prenups and all that stuff.
And there's the offshore accounts that nobody knows about.
Right.
Boy, I gotta do something about that. I don't want to get ensnared in this Russia probe. But, so I don't want to have to give up half of that, to some woman who just gets half because she's a woman.
And who gets the deluxe triple Yahtzee game.
Oh, right. Well, we'd have to split it, I guess. She'd get half. How do you split that in half?
You can't.
You can't, and that's the problem, and that's why I have no interest in marriage.
All right.
You know, I don't want to have to split. Now, do you ever think about getting remarried, or are you?
Oh wow, that's really putting me on the spot.
I know, because someone is listening. Yes.
Great. No. I never think about it.
Okay. All right.
No, I do. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I really don't know.
That was
marriage is a good.
That was cruel of me.
No, marriage is a good thing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not a good thing.
I mean, all the married people I know seem super happy and everything.
The ones that are still together.
Oh yeah, they seem thrilled.
Like Skumpi and his wife Mimi, 21 years.
Yeah.
They got their
21
vows.
Years. Wow.
They got their vows renewed on the morning show.
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, last year, on their 20th anniversary.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, Carol was here. She performed the ceremony.
Oh, right. Okay, I remember. I didn't hear the actual ceremony, but I remember hearing about it.
Right.
Yes.
It's what we do.
Yeah. Wow. Well, yeah, you know, really, I think it's all part of having that morning vibe.
It is the morning vibe.
Yes.
Might change the name of the show.
To Morning Vibe?
So many things have changed. I might as well change to the Morning Vibe.
Oh, the Morning Vibe. Or how about the Morning Vibe with Peter White?
The Morning Vibe.
Yeah. Well, then Brendan would have to redo the artwork again.
Right.
For anyone who hasn't seen it, by the way, so all the shows, I think all the shows are getting new artwork, right?
Right.
I have new artwork. You have new artwork. I love what he did with mine. I look like an anime character.
Yeah,
I think that is so damn cool.
Yeah, I remember when he showed me, because what do you think of this? I saw it when it was in the works.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Stephanie Stonefield says, you're both so sexist to think half of your money walks out the door. Women today likely have more in savings and more to lose. Yeah, it doesn't matter when you're going through the divorce.
Right. There's no arguing with Stephanie. Yeah, that's right.
Well, tell that to the court when you're, you know.
Right.
She doesn't need half my stuff. Well, she's getting it anyway. Sorry, buddy. That's what happens. That's what used to happen on L.A. Law. When I was a kid, I would watch L.A. Law.
Did you watch that show?
I did.
Oh wow,
I did. Corbin Burnson played Arnie something. He was a divorce lawyer.
Right.
And, you know.
Harry Hamlin's in that show.
Harry Hamlin, yes. Susan Day.
Oh.
Also of the Partridge Family.
Right.
Yes.
Jeez.
I used to love L.A. Law when I was a kid.
I never watched it.
No?
I don't know why.
I was into shows like that.
Really?
I was a weird kid. Like, I was into the stuff you're supposed to be into. Like, our generation, like, I was into Dukes of Hazzard and things like that. But I would also watch shows like Dallas and Falcon Crest.
We've talked about Falcon Crest before.
I was strange, yeah.
Falcon Crest was a great show.
Oh, so you watched it?
You know it.
So I'm not as strange as I thought then.
Oh, Falcon Crest was great.
I'll be damned.
That's Ronald Reagan's ex-wife.
Yeah, Jane Wyman.
Yeah. In that.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so I'm not as odd as I thought I was then.
Right.
I can't believe that another male from my generation actually watched Falcon Crest.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Lorenzo Lamas.
Well,
a vehicle for Lorenzo Lamas.
Yes. Well, because it was on after, because you probably watched Dukes of Hazzard, right?
Yeah, and then Dallas. This is the Friday night lineup.
And then Dallas, and then Falcon Crest, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But Falcon Crest, though, for some reason, it was a well-done show.
It was, yes. Tuscany Valley, which is not a real place.
Right. Tuscany Valley is
in
right.
California, yeah. Now I'm trying to see how many things can I remember about Falcon Crest.
Oh, my God. You know any of the...
I'm trying to remember...
don't forget about Cole. There's a character named Cole.
Yep, I can picture him. Billy R. Moses, I think, played him.
Okay, I think you're right.
Wow, I'm actually remembering more about Falcon Crest than I even want to, because that's like... I almost feel like it's a sign of mental illness that I can actually remember these details.
Really?
Yeah, these are things that should have fallen out of my head.
Right.
Not been retained.
And then you had... wow. That was on for a few years.
David Selby.
Okay.
Played...
David Selby.
Yeah, he was he played a pretty big character on the show. Can't quite remember his name, though.
What was their name? What were their last names?
I was trying to remember the name of the, was there somebody like the Gilbretti family or something? Or there's something that starts with a G? Oh, I'm actually, Oh, and Robert Foxworth, the
That's
guy
the
with the
one
beard,
yes.
the patriarch.
Right.
Yeah. I'm kind of
Robert Foxworth.
I'm actually kind of disgusted with myself for remembering all of this.
Robert Foxworth was also played Uncle Ben in one of the. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Cliff Robertson.
Oh, Cliff Robertson was on Falcon Crest, so as well. Yes,
that's right. Okay, I'm getting. See, wow.
Yep. Jeez.
Boy, we're weirdos.
Oh yeah, we're very strange.
That was late night too. That was 11 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night.
10 p.m. Yep. And then eventually Dallas got moved back to 10 when Falcon Crest got canceled, and then Dallas got canceled, and
that was all over.
And Friday nights were ruined forever.
Well, yeah, because you also had earlier. You had the oh no, maybe that was Saturday night. I think it was Friday. The Incredible Hulk used to be on with Bill Bixby.
Yeah, I never really got into that. That was on Fridays?
I believe so.
Well, I have a very exciting text message, by the way.
Oh, you do? I'd love to hear it.
It says, I left you a message yesterday about our program that's brought me 326K so far this year. Reply back more info to obtain the information. Very, very exciting.
Oh, nice.
Yes. I also received a letter from a Nigerian prince that wants to give me billions of dollars.
Nice.
Things are looking up. I was thinking about giving that one to Glenn. Maybe he'd want to take that one.
All you got to do is give him your bank account number, and they'll put it right in there for you.
It's very exciting. What an exciting time.
It's very simple to do.
You know, it's really, you know what it is? It's the Trump effect. He's made America great again, and we have all this opportunity now. It's really wonderful.
That's right.
Yes.
I love it.
I do, too. Now, you don't really discuss politics often on the morning show, do you?
Well, I mean,
you do like local politics. So you have politicians on and stuff.
Well, but when I have to, like say the mayor comes in, Mayor Craig has been in a few times.
Yes.
And I like to really sit down and, give the mayor or whoever's in here, the time to say what they came in to say. But I also like to show that, these people are human beings. They're not just, there's that politician again.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right,
and try to humanize them, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, we had to stop doing local politics on this show. I just, I reached a point where I'd had enough conversations about the school system and tax caps and public bathrooms to probably last me 2 lifetimes.
That's true.
Yeah, so we had to move on from that. But
I don't focus on it though. You know what I mean? It's more about. I think my show is more about the people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And not a specific agenda or anything like that. I've never had that.
As it should be. It's about the people.
Yeah. The people vibe.
Yes. The people vibe on the morning vibe.
Right.
See, you could change the name of the show to Morning Vibe, and then you could have individual segments, like you could have the people vibe.
Right.
And then you could have
all kinds of vibes.
Something. You could have all kinds of vibes. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't even have to be set vibes. The vibes could be interchangeable. You could do whatever kind of vibe you felt like doing on any particular day.
Right.
Have it be a surprise.
Right. A surprise vibe.
A surprise vibe. Yeah, you could have. Oh, by the way, so we were talking earlier when Skumpi was here. So now, Len, or is it Len or Lenny?
You can call him Len. You can call him Lenny. Just don't call him late for dinner.
Right. But which also starts with an L, so that makes sense.
Right.
But so that's Skumpi's brother.
It is his older brother.
And he
if they were going to have a sitcom, Skumpi would be the beaver, and Lenny would be Wally.
Oh, okay. And he's on with you every day now, right?
Yeah, he comes in. Lenny's a great guy.
Yeah.
Len actually, his mom died within the past year. Len and Skumpi's mom.
Yeah.
And actually, Len was staying with his mom for all those years, and then, Len's on his own for the first time in his life.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to tell you. He comes in every morning, and the reason he comes in, I love talking to him.
Yeah.
He's a Manchester guy. It's the best part of his day is coming in to do the show.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like the way, and I noticed this early on, because he's been coming on for quite a while now, right?
Yeah. He's been on for a while.
The way he's sort of, it's almost like he's sort of hovering in the background when you're listening. And his little interjections, they kind of add like a texture to the show. I don't know if I'm articulating it quite right.
No,
it's kind of my perception of it, but I like it though.
Yeah, Len could sometimes interrupt or whatever because he wants to say something, but I'm patient with him. Love having him on the show. I really do. He and like I said, I know that he that's one of the best parts of his day, and if I can be that to this guy, that let's do it.
Yeah.
And he's a smart guy.
Yeah,
he's great at trivia. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He actually just got promoted, Matt.
Oh,
right. He is now the security guy. He's our security guy for the morning show.
Wow. Well, that's a big responsibility.
Yes, it is.
I mean, you got the throngs of fans, in the morning outside waiting for you.
Well, I'd like to say yes, but...
Well, it's radio. It's theater of the mind.
That's right.
We don't have to actually show the throngs of fans. Plus, we really couldn't anyway. We'd have to get them all to sign releases. So you've got the throngs of fans. Maybe the you could even say the throngs of female fans. Throwing their thongs. That's what I deal with every day when I come in.
Right.
Every day as I'm entering the building.
The limo drops you off right out front?
Right out front, and then I get out, and then there's right outside, there will be this gaggle of very excited females as I'm trying to enter the building.
Right.
Sometimes I'll be propositioned. I'm not going to lie. It does happen. But I always handle it the same way, Peter. I look at them and I say, leave me alone. I'm a family man.
Right.
And my bark is much worse than my bite.
Yes.
And then if they still don't get the message, I say, leave me alone. I'm a family man. If you push me too far, I just might.
Wow.
And sometimes if I complete the lyric, G.E. Smith just kind of like poof, he just appears and he's going, it's all very strange and surreal. I'm not sure if any of that actually happened or if I may have dreamt it.
I've seen something like that before.
Okay, good. Now that makes me feel better because I was afraid I was losing my mind.
That particular song is not one of my favorites by that artist.
Oh, well, that's disappointing.
Why, you love that?
I love Family Man.
Do you really?
That's why I quote it. Oh,
really?
Believe me.
Out of all your Hall & Oates in your head, Family Man's your go-to?
I don't know if it's my favorite Hall & Oates song, but it's up there. But I do love it. I do love it. I love me some Family Man.
Okay.
You ever see the video for that? It's really strange.
Yeah, I think I have.
It's really odd. It's so odd it becomes uncomfortable to watch.
Oh, really?
There's just a point where you're going,
I don't remember it like that.
Did somebody put something in my beverage? Am I actually seeing this? This is very strange. I mean, it was the 80s. You ever see the video for Adult Education?
I have. That's I love that song.
I do too. That is one of my favorites. But that video is also very strange.
And those songs are all from their hit record H2O, correct?
Well, Adult Education is on Rock and Soul Part 1.
Oh.
Their greatest hits, but it had two new tracks.
Okay,
Adult Education and Say It Isn't So. Another great song.
No, see, I'm going to have to disagree. I don't think Adult Education, I think, is on H2O with Maneater.
You are incorrect, sir.
Because I think you're getting it confused with The Method of Modern Love.
Nope. Oh, you're very confused. Method of Modern Love. I'm a bit of a...
Say It Isn't So and Method of Modern Love are on the same record.
That is not true. I'm a bit of a Hall & Oatesophile. And I can tell you, Method of Modern Love is on Big Bam Boom.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Which was after Rock and Soul Part 1.
Okay, but... okay. I thought Say It Isn't So was all... Okay. So what else is on Method of Modern Love? I mean, what else is on Big Bam Boom? What's the first single on it?
Out of Touch.
Okay, that's where I was getting confused. Out of touch. You're right.
Yeah.
So you're saying, okay, Adult Education is not from H2O.
Correct.
Maneater is from H2O.
Yes.
Okay, you're right. All right.
Yes.
Wow.
But Big Bam Boom, definitely the apex of their career.
Oh, yeah.
Spawned
the beginning of the end.
Multiple hit singles, yes.
It was awful.
You got, I love Big Bam Boom.
Really?
I love that record.
Method of Modern Love?
I love that. I love that. I love the whole thing at the end. I got away with words, I got away with rhyme.
Wow.
I realize being a fan of that probably makes me legally gay in at least 5 states, but I do love it.
Did you go out and buy the Daryl Hall solo album with the hit single Dreamtime?
Absolutely, and I love it.
I like Dreamtime.
And so does my dad. That whole record is fantastic.
Really?
No, it really is.
I only know that one song.
So good, though.
Came out around the same time Don Johnson came out with Heartbeat.
Oh, You know what I remember about A Heartbeat by Don Johnson? This is true. I'm not saying this to be funny. This is 100% true. It was one of I can only think of 2 instances where I've heard this happen, where I've heard a radio DJ play a song and actually put down the song that he had just played. And I remember when I was a kid, it was on at the time, it was WZOU, 94.5 in Boston. And it was, so they played a Heartbeat, and at the end of the song, the DJ goes, "Oh, wow, I never knew Don Johnson can't sing."
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you're not a big fan of the Heartbeat song?
It is kind of bad.
It is.
Yeah. And the only other time I've heard a DJ really blatantly do that was, are you familiar with Rick Ganley? He's on, he currently hosts Morning Edition on NHPR.
Okay.
So I have a Rick Ganley story. Some of you will be familiar with him. I've never met Rick Ganley, but I know people who know him who speak very highly of him. So, but years ago, before he was at NHPR, he was on an FM station. I won't say who, but an FM station up in Plymouth, New Hampshire. And I used to work in Laconia, so I would listen to the station in the morning, sometimes heading into work. Do you remember the band Crossfade?
Oh, it sounds familiar.
They had a huge hit song called "So Cold." Never meant to be so cold. This would have been like 2004.
Okay, it's probably under my radar.
You'd know it if you heard it.
I would.
It was because it was a big hit. So they had, so that was their big hit. So their next album comes out. The first single is a song called "Invincible." Rick Ganley plays the song on the station, the rock station that he was on at that time. He was the morning guy.
Okay.
And at the end of the song, he says, "That is awful. You are never hearing that on this show again."
No way.
And it was the only other time I've heard a radio DJ do something like that, where because obviously that's discouraged. You're not supposed to, put down the music that you're playing on in whatever format it is that the station is.
Nowadays, I mean, DJs don't play the music. You know what I mean? Like there's not like some guy, not like, I mean, we do here, but you know what I'm saying? There's a program director that's doing all that, and
yeah.
They have the list of their songs. I don't know how many stations do play their own music. I mean, really, without having it programmed.
Right.
I mean, we do program music here.
Yeah.
But not, I mean, not for the live sets or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, and then you like with all these big things like iHeartRadio and stuff like that. They're all those companies. The music companies send these to these radio stations, and I don't know. I think they send with their music in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, Stephen Philbrook in the Facebook live chat says, whoops, I scrolled too far. He says, Matt is correct with the Hall & Oates. Pete is right. Family Man, not top 10 Hall & Oates. Oh, you guys.
Right.
You don't know what you're missing with the Family Man.
I think we do know what we're missing.
He also says, do you guys remember when Hall & Oates played in the parking lot?
Yeah.
When they used to do the concerts on the river, right?
That's right.
I actually was not there for that, sadly. I wish I had been.
Right. There was a lot of those back in the day.
I've never seen them live, as big a fan as I am.
I just saw Hall & Oates recently, like last year.
Where, at the Snooze Center?
No, at the TD Bank.
Oh, okay.
The Garden.
Oh, right. How was it? Did they play Family Man?
I wish I knew.
I bet they did.
They played all their hits.
Because most people like that song.
No, I don't know. I would say if you were to ask people the 10, that's not going to be in someone's top 5 Hall & Oates songs.
I don't know.
Do we have it on the thing? Do we have it in there?
Family Man?
Right.
I can pull it up. I don't think we have it on there, but I can pull it up on YouTube.
Family Man. That's like Jingle Bell Rock by Hall & Oates.
Oh,
Who wants to hear that?
No. Yeah, that I don't like. Chuck Gosson says, I like Hall & Oates' remake of You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling.
Yeah, that's,
You ever play that on the morning show?
You've lost that lovin' feeling?
Yeah.
No.
No, you never thought to play that?
No,
on any particular day?
Well, that song's just one of those songs that, to me, You Lost That Lovin' Feeling is like Freebird. You just don't play those songs.
Right.
I mean, it's a great song, but wouldn't you rather hear something else by the Righteous Brothers?
Well, I'd rather hear the Hall & Oates version of it.
Right, of course. Or the Righteous Brothers version of Family Man.
The Righteous Brothers? Ooh, I got to find that. I bet that's awesome. Aren't they dead?
Probably. They're righteous. Family Man.
It is on H2O. You are correct about that. It's so catchy. And then when the guitar comes in, the video is so odd, though. I'm a family man.
Is this the real, like the single that came out?
Yeah. Leave me alone. I'm a family man. Oh, they were so stylish.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't like that riff? You don't like G.E. Smith doing the...
No, I don't think I like. I still don't like it.
All right.
I think I don't like the song more than I did before.
Is it because I sang along to it? Did I completely ruin it for you? Because that will happen. Like, I'll sing along to something, and people are like, wow, Matt, I used to like that song. Now it sucks. That happens to me all the time.
Now, do you like Private Eyes?
I love Private Eyes.
Right.
Do you like Private Eyes?
Yeah.
Did they play that? Do you remember?
Yeah, they did.
Of course they did.
I went out and got the 45.
Did you have the 45 for that? I actually did too.
It was a good one. That was a hit song over at Happy Wheels.
Oh, right.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, we'll fade out the Family Man.
Thank God. I was wondering when you were going to... My ears are bleeding.
I'm telling you, it's great stuff. But, yeah, you should watch the video. It gets, like, halfway through, it like, something changes, and it becomes uncomfortable. I don't even know how to explain it.
Really?
Do you remember the video for Out of Touch with the giant drum set?
Yeah, I kind of remember that. But see, I used to get, I didn't care for that much.
Oh, yeah.
That was a huge record for them, huge promos.
Oh, yeah.
MTV, everyone got behind that. And right after that, it was all done.
Well, yeah, they took a break. Well, you know what? Oh, Stefan says Family Man just wanted to lower, just went lower on my list.
Right, see?
It's because I sang along to. I ruined it for Stefan.
No, I don't think it was you. I think the song actually sucks, Matt.
Oh, I think it's an incredible audio achievement. But
Studio Magic.
Oh, it's no Sarah Smile or She's Gone. Those are great songs. She's Gone. Daryl Hall says that is the greatest song that he and John Oates ever wrote together.
Oh, really? I bet.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
And that's a really weird video, too. They did a lot of weird videos. The video for She's Gone is strange. Okay. I recommend checking it out.
Well, I thought the one I see, it's them over, like, is it She's Gone or Sarah Smile from the Great Whistle Test or something like that? One of those music variety shows from way back where they would do live music.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? The old Gray Whistle Test or something like that.
Yeah, you're thinking of Sarah Smile, that video. Right. It kind of looks like that. God, that's a great song, too. Daryl Hall, I mean, just such a great...
You ever watch Live at Daryl's House?
Yes.
That's a great show.
Oh.
It kind of put him back on the map.
Yeah, it did. I've fallen into that. I call it the Live at Daryl's House vortex.
Okay.
It was a habit that I had gotten into where I'd be up late doing my work online, and I'd want to take a break, and I'd go on YouTube and find some Live at Daryl's House, and then just get sucked in for like the next hour when I should have been doing my work.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
Because basically he has a different artist in every week or whatever, and then they'll do songs from that artist and all the old Hall & Oates songs.
It is fantastic. Have you seen the one with Sammy Hagar?
I don't think I have.
That one's a personal favorite of mine.
Really?
Oh, they close with the two of them together doing I'll Fall in Love Again by Sammy Hagar.
Okay, yeah.
It's so good.
Now, does Sammy whip out any Van Halen songs?
No, because you know what I read? He wanted to and couldn't.
Really?
He is legally prohibited. He can play those songs live, but he cannot perform them on any television program or radio program, not without the express permission of the Van Halen brothers.
Great.
Yeah. So no, he did not. But we do learn from that episode that Daryl Hall actually, before they approached Sammy Hagar after Roth left, they actually approached Daryl Hall about joining Van Halen, which would have been interesting.
Yeah, I think they also approached Patti Smith.
They did.
Is it Smith or was it
Smythe?
Smythe.
Yeah, Patti Smith is the Because of the Night.
Right, and Patti Smythe is the warrior.
Yes, shooting at the walls of heartache. Bang, bang.
Bang,
I am
bang.
the warrior.
Right.
Yeah.
From the hit group Scandal.
That I never liked. But
I might have been walked around the neighborhood with that song playing.
Yeah. But she did jam with them, I think. But yeah, anyway, I recommend. They do Daryl and Sammy. They do I Can't Drive 55, and it's actually a little bit of a train wreck. It's obvious they didn't rehearse it at a time.
Another song that I hate.
But they leave it in the way it is, and it's kind of fun. You hate that? How can you hate I Can't Drive? That is an anthem of our childhood.
You know, that song, I just couldn't. The video bothered me. Everything bothered me about Sammy Hagar until he joined Van Halen.
No kidding.
And then, to me, that was that's a new new Van Halen sound. I enjoyed it. I went on for the ride for that 5150 when Van Halen. 5150.
Me too.
I thought Sammy Hagar was great.
That's my favorite Van Halen album, actually.
No way.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Your favorite one?
My favorite one, yeah.
Wow.
Love Sammy. Stefan said, Lydon and I went to Daryl's house restaurant to see Adam Ezra Band. Oh, I've interviewed Adam Ezra. He had the best bacon smell and taste. The place is immaculate.
Wow.
And has unbelievable sound. Oh, he had the best bacon smell and taste. I
bet you, though, it doesn't sound like, I don't know. I'm going back to the Family Man song.
I think, why, you want to hear it again?
No, I don't. I don't. I'm trying to think of some other rare Hall & Oates songs.
Rare Hall & Oates?
Not rare Hall & Oates, because I know there's a ton of them out there.
Yes.
I mean, that we don't know of.
Very prolific. They recorded a lot.
I mean, you got Say It Isn't So, right? Oh, One on One.
Great song.
One on One's a good one, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kiss on My List.
That one's not one of my favorites, but a huge hit.
It was a big. I think I liked it when it was out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But as an adult, I mean, I'm not saying I don't walk up to the DJ booth and say, "Hey, can you play Kiss on My List?"
Yeah. Yeah. I'm such a big Hall & Oates fan. I've even forgiven them.
Really?
For having an album early in their career, and I'm sure they look back with regret. Having an album titled Whole Oats. I actually am able to overlook that and get past it.
Why did they do that?
I don't know, and they shouldn't have, and it was a terrible thing to do. There's no reason for them to have an album called Whole Oats, but they did, and they went on to prosper after that, but that was obviously a terrible misstep, and a mistake that, as a fan, it pains me to this day, but I deal with it.
I can't go for that.
You can't go for the album title Whole Oats, or you're mentioning the song?
I'm just thinking that's another one.
That's a great song.
Right.
Very often sampled. A lot of hip-hop songs have sampled that.
Yeah, why is that?
I think just because it's sampleable.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It just is. I don't really know why. It just is. It's like if you're going to sample something, you would sample that.
I feel like we're missing some Hall & Oates. No, I guess that's...
Oh, there's so many of them. I mean,
I know there's a lot of them, but I'm talking about the ones that, hit the charts.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many. I mean, Big Bam Boom had a bunch of hits. It had, first it was Out of Touch. Method of Modern Love was the second single. Then Some Things Are Better Left Unsaid, which is a great song. And then Possession Obsession with John Oates on lead vocals.
Yeah,
it
by
had
that
4
time,
singles.
So, really? Wow.
Yeah, 4 big hits.
I didn't get any of those.
Wow. Yeah.
But I was changing. You know what? Because during that period of time in my life, I was getting away from a lot of the pop stuff.
Yeah.
And moving, like I was, the Motley Crues and like you said, like the Van Halens. And I started to move away from, say, the Hall & Oates or that type of the hit music, if you will.
Yeah, and they were using more synthesizer and so forth. So I can see how you might be turned off by it.
Everyone did that in the 80s, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I know.
Everybody did that.
I know. Yeah, Stefan likes I Can't Go For That. Chuck Gosson likes Rich Girl. That's a great song, but for me, that one's kind of like I put it with Kiss on my list. I've just heard it so much. I'm like,
You're a rich girl.
Yeah, it is a great song, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Hall & Oates.
Right. But I did see them. I told you. They were good in concert. I saw them with Tears for Fears.
Oh, I loved
and I'm going to tell
Tears for Fears growing up.
I'm going to tell you. Tears for Fears. I enjoyed that more than I liked the Hall & Oates.
Yeah.
I did. They were rocking.
Yeah.
And it was a great show.
Such a great band. I never saw them live either. Well, I mean, they still tour as well. Oh,
they
I
weren't together for a while.
Tears for Fears growing up.
Tears for Fears has records without one guy.
They do, yeah.
There's Roland Orzabal or something his name, or I don't know. And then there's Chris something.
I can't believe I can't remember his name. The other guy's name. Wow. Yeah.
But they did Mad World, and they did Sowing the Seeds of Love.
Oh, yeah, great stuff. Did they do Mother's Talk? That's my personal favorite.
Ooh, I don't know that one. That sounds like
My features form with the change in the weather.
Well, that sounds... Oh, I like that one, too.
Yeah, that's a great song.
We can work it out.
Yep.
Right.
That's a great song.
Oh, yeah.
That's about nuclear war.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tears for Fears.
Yes. Well, we should start to wrap up. On days that there is a live show after mine, I usually begin to wrap up about now to give them time to break on through.
Right.
But Pete, thank you so much. Of course, Peter White from The Morning Show with Peter White.
Thank you, Matt.
Weekdays, 7 to 9 a.m. And, of course, if you missed the show live, it's archived at WMNHradio.org, as are all the shows here. And do you want to remind us? Yeah, you know more about it than I do. You've got the inside scoop about what's coming up next.
I think there's going to be a new sports show here.
A new sports or an old sports show returning.
Coming back, but
who really knows?
In a new format, 2-hour live show.
It's all very exciting.
And it should be coming up next, I think. If the guys show up, we'll do the show.
Well, I did see a gentleman I recognized lurking around outside.
Well, let's get the hell out of here.
All right, very good. And if you missed any part of this program, it will be up in just a little bit at WMNHradio.org. That's it for me for now. Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Skumpi. Thank you, everybody in the Facebook live chat. Thanks a lot for nothing, Glenn. And I'll be back tomorrow. I'll catch y'all a little bit later. Bye, everybody.